Hi everybody, this is Tina from Own Your Crohn's, and I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about clinical trials. So my journey with clinical trials began about 4.5 years ago when I was first enrolled. Now, why did I decide to enroll? I had gotten to a point where I had tried many of the biologics on the market. I hadn't achieved remission or even some kind of response to the medication that was available. I needed hope. I needed something that would pull me out of multiple surgeries and stop the fistulizing disease, stop the abscesses and the uncontrolled flare-ups. So I joined a clinical trial at the request of my doctor. Yes, I was terrified, like many of us are when we try any new medication. But what resulted was heavy monitoring of my condition, which I really appreciated at the time when I was really very sick. So what that looked like was once a week visits with the doctor. There were MRIs, there were colonoscopies, but what that led to was one of my fistulae stopped draining, it closed, that was my last fistula, and I finally was able to achieve remission within 7 to 8 months. What remission meant to me was greater quality of life, less fatigue, being able to go on vacation, being able to pursue my interests, my hobbies, start writing again, doing advocacy work. And for me, what my clinical trial did was give me hope again. I think that today, where biologics are meeting maybe 30 to 35% of patients' needs by bringing them into remission, there's a large unmet need. So for us to be able to get the data points for patients who really need reduced symptoms, a response to medication, clinical trials are really important. Really important to see who's responding, who's not, what pathways can be used to target inflammatory bowel disease. And I think that's where clinical trials come in. The research is super important, but for that we need enrollment. I urge you all to consider, to look into and ask your physicians about clinical trials and if they might be right for you. Clinical trials aren't the right fit for everyone, but that's why it's important for you to do your research, your homework. You can go on clinicaltrials.gov. You can also go to Antidote's website where there's a pre-screener and they lead you through a process and take you to the local clinical trials available in your area for inflammatory bowel disease. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you learned something about clinical trials.